Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's show. I have Mary Nunez, Marianna Hernandez with us, and we are Three Witches and a What. We'd like to thank you for following us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Roku, etc., etc. And we love your emails, your messages. We really appreciate all the feedback we're getting. Today we have, since it is March and it is the changing of the seasons, basically, ending of one, beginning of another, we want to really discuss the planting of seeds and how to protect our energies, how to raise our vibrations, just like the seeds raise their vibrations so they can then flourish into food, into trees, into food for us, food for the animals, whatever it needs. And also includes those beautiful lawns that we all maintain and all that. So it is the time to think about what we want to leave behind so we doesn't continue to anchor us, doesn't continue to bring us down, whether it's who or what or a situation, a place. Sometimes we just need to realize what brings us down and just let it go for our well-being. Has nothing to do with their being bad or negative or anything like that. It is about us, because when we grow, we learn, we evolve, and we don't have to come back to redo this. This is the plan. The plan is to get everything done that we're supposed to do in this lifetime, so we don't have to come back and redo basically this lifetime. Mm-hmm. Some of us will come back, some of us won't, but either way, who wants to do a repeat? You don't want to take a makeup test. You don't want to have to take a class again. I know I didn't. That's why I always make sure when I'm in college, I make sure I kept those grades up. So, but basically that's where we're going to go. And I'm hoping that, or we're hoping that all this resonates with you and maybe brings to your attention at this very moment what you need to do. So, Mary, how are you, sweetheart?
I am doing well, and you?
Oh, of course, always fine.
I love it, because that's exactly what we're talking about today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keeping our vibrations up. We have heard, I think, from the beginning of time, that whatever we offer the universe is what we're going to get back, right? Mm-hmm. So if you look at the law of attraction, it says like attracts like, positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. So this particular law of this universe says that you are mainly responsible for your life. And you can actually manifest changes that you want according to how you direct your thoughts and emotions. Easier said than done. I mean, that's really easier said than done. So here comes Albert Einstein, who I am certain was not spiritual at all. He was just a brain of science just there. However, all the things that he said, us, the spiritualists, can actually put it into a spiritual place in those realms. He said everything in life is vibration. He could have never had said anything so real, so true. So you take the universe and you look at the universe scientifically. Here I go again. Everything is made up of molecules and they all vibrate at different speeds. Well, if there are molecules and they're vibrating, hot damn, we got life. We got life everywhere. Even from here, this space between me and my microphone, we have life. It's all alive. So that includes trees, rocks, soil, animals, air, oxygen, your thoughts and your emotions. They are an organism in a way, but they are filled with life and they make things happen. So when we vibrate as humans, we understand that we are composed of practically everything from the physical matter, because we're here. Yeah, we're here in the physical, right? And we take it out to how we communicate our thoughts and our thoughts that we think. So in other words, some molecules do vibrate faster and some vibrate lower. There are higher vibrations and there are lower vibrations. So when you are vibrating at a high level, you are going to feel lighter, happier, and more at ease. Natural, normal. If you feel like you're vibrating high, but you're not feeling these things, you're not vibrating high. So you have to do things to help yourself, because then if you're not vibrating high, you're going to be vibrating at not high, right? And you're going to feel heavy, dark, confused, stuck, right? Because if you're vibrating, that means you're attracting other vibrations of the same, because it all has to do with attraction. So at the spiritual point of view, when we explore higher realms of consciousness, we know this with scientific studies, we have actually been able to quantize the vibration of different states of being. And we were able to create a scale of consciousness. Here we go. What are the scale of consciousness? Gratitude, love, generosity, meditation, breath work, forgiveness, eat high vibing foods, reduce and eliminate alcohol and toxins from your body, and so on and so on and so on. Those things that you put yourself in will help you raise your vibrations so that you can move up the scale of consciousness. Now, gratitude is one of the biggest ones. And you have to be grateful that you're alive, that you're here, that you actually have a brand new day every single day to choose to vibrate at a high frequency. If you don't, then you're missing out. And when you miss out, the lower vibrations come in and set in. And then it's very hard to get yourself out of that. The idea is don't get there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Right? That's exactly right. My high vibrations are not broken. So why am I going to fix it? Because I've been conditioned to believe what people say. You're too happy. Oh, I can't stand, you're so happy. And you hear people like that. You go to work and you're having fun and you put on your music. Oh, you're too happy. Here comes Miss Happy. It happened to me all the time. And then it was like, oh, I started feeling and reacting towards their dark energy. And it made it hard for me to go to, different places to work. I ended up just working for myself because I was like, screw this. I don't need this crap around me. But what I should have done is I should have raised my vibrations to a point that I didn't react to their negative energies, right? But then we have to learn that, don't we? But those are your levels of your scale of consciousness, but also your levels of spiritual understanding. Mariana, I know you got stuff to say because I see your face and you're like, me. Do it.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, where'd you go?
Where'd she go?
I don't know.
Did you see she got too excited?
I know.
It's her vibration. Okay,
Throw
those are
her
her
out.
vibrations. There you go. And there she is. She's coming. I know she is. But yeah, I mean, if everything in life is vibration, imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine what we can do and the choices that we have.
And how beautiful the world would be if
Oh.
we all decided to rise to that level.
Correct. Because everything changes.
Yeah.
It's like you change your lenses. The
Mhm.
lens changes. Your access to different dimensions
Right.
opens up. And it starts with a choice, Glenda.
Yes,
It
it
starts with
does.
a choice. And how lucky are we that we have free will
Mm-hmm.
to make that choice.
Right.
But someone has to tell people, you got to do this. Just
Mm-hmm.
like they told us when we got our PhD in self-loathing and feeling like we were sinners and living there,
Right.
right?
Right.
Here we are, the power of three, telling people, no, you need to vibrate higher, because that is our access. That is our portal. Our vibration opens up portals and stargates.
Mhm.
This is our path, that beautiful path that everybody talks about. This is our path. When we are vibrating in that energy,
Right.
that is where all these portals open from inside
Mhm.
of us. And
Mhm.
the world in a different lens. No longer do we see the things they want us to see. No, we
Of
see
course.
the truth.
And that's where it comes. It comes from our ability from even, the beginning to choose which way we go. And, the Garden of Eden wasn't about kicking us out because we knew a lot. It was because vibrations, when we were getting to be in our own and own our power, then it was said, okay, well, you got it now. Let's take you out there and show the people what to do. But in reality, humanity has taken it and rewritten the true meaning of that
Correct.
because they want to make it negative instead of a positive. They want
Correct.
to make it into fear instead of happiness and enjoyment and empowerment.
There
So,
is a beautiful exercise that everyone needs to do.
mhm,
Go out to the beach or you go anywhere where you early in the morning where you can get that soft sunshine.
mhm,
And I want everyone to sit and to take deep breaths and think of only high vibrational memories and envision, because I don't like the word imagine,
mhm,
it's not in my vocabulary, but envision those beautiful thoughts and memories, and then at look and feel the sun, and then think of something that is not so high in vibration and become aware of what the sun feels and looks like. There
mhm,
is a difference. You have just moved dimension. You
mhm,
just moved. One of your filters just got placed back on because you are vibrating at a point that does not belong to a higher vibration. So it's like an instant opening and closing of a portal.
mhm.
When you see someone like Mariana and she looks so beautiful and she's got this radiance today, and you see her and you're like, oh my God, the sunshine is different
Mhm,
her right now. It's
mhm.
vibrant, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, but we know why. So as she is vibrating so high, that's exactly the representation of the law of attraction. She's going to attract that dimension. She's going to attract those other energies and frequencies to make that happen, because even we see the difference in her dimension, in her level. So I want you guys to try that, and you tell me, because I do that all the time and it does work.
Mhm.
So Mariana, what you got?
Welcome back.
Sorry. We had some technical difficulty.
We always do.
Sometimes that happens.
We always
Yeah, we
do.
live in a technical world, but it could also be due to vibration. It's all kinds of stuff. Exactly what you guys are talking about. Absolutely. I totally agree. Raising our vibration. I remember when I first started on my journey, And I had gone to a spiritual shop in Manhattan called Namaste Bookshop. I never forgot it. I was just learning about crystals and stones and how to raise vibration. And I got a tap on the shoulder. And it was actually a leader from Africa, his daughter, who was actually exiled due to his spiritual beliefs. And he had a large following, and that wasn't accepted in his community. So he was exiled. And his daughter made it to America. And she said to me, always remember this. She said in like a loud, stern voice, she said, raise your vibration as if your life depended on it, because it does.
It does.
And I never, ever, ever forgot that, because you know what? That is part of our life.
Mhm.
It is. It certainly is. Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's all about the vibrations, the transmissions that we send out. Because if we're really down, we're going to create that circle of negative or very low vibrational transmissions and not allow people to be able to raise their own. They're going to be then lowering their own, just like with at your job, where you molded yourself to their expectations instead of raising yours and bringing their up. So,
Yeah.
But that kind of thing is where we need to realize what is happening. What is it that is bringing us down?
Right.
Once we realize what it is, then we could do something about it. Being aware, being mindful of it.
Exactly.
You know, and every day pay attention to what our triggers are.
Right.
And that can help us continue with our vibrations higher. That helps us in our journey and the journey of others.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
and
And
Mary,
it's interesting that's why I always keep telling people with my clients, I'm like, you need to come here at least once a month. If you can't do it every other week, come to the center once a month so
Right.
you can get a cleansing.
Right.
There are physical things that will also prohibit you from vibrating high.
Mhm.
And that is taking form in the physical body. So as shamans and as energy healers, galactic shamans, what do we see? Well, when we look at the person, we're really not looking so much at the outside of the body, because we could care less what you look like.
Right.
What we get privy to immediately is what's going on in the body and what is the spiritual body bleeding into
Mhm.
the physical body. But then we have this wonderful connection with ancestry and with this guidance that we have from, I'm going to say it, the all-knowing energy,
Mhm.
where we can lock in and say, this is the problem. Let's work here. We go, we get our medicine, we get our wisdom, we bring it back, and we can start working on clients. And we have, just like if they were going to a doctor, we have a treatment plan.
Mhm.
And that treatment plan means so many cleansings and at so many weeks and
Right.
this and that. If you're going, and I totally understand people, how, not everybody can afford going every week or
Right.
every other week, but
Yeah.
they can afford going out to dinner. They can afford going out to the movies. They can afford a lot of other things that they're putting in front of their health.
Mhm.
And there is a need right now for us all to be able to vibrate. Every single one of us, including the trees, including the rocks, including the star nations, everything needs to be vibrating at a higher level in order to finally make the shift that we're supposed to, but we're not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not. And this is where I tell people, if you have to put yourself first. And when you put yourself first and you clear those vibrations, those low vibrations, and you do your cleansings and you get yourself where you need to be, there will be a set of abundance that is just going to come because there's nothing blocking you from getting it.
Right.
So invest in yourself first. Go and get your cleansings. Go and get your readings. Go and get your chakras realigned, your DNA activated. I know that you do that. Get it done, because like I said, that we could see the sun. For me, it's like a new filter just comes right out, and I'm looking at this in high vibration. The sun feels and seems, I can see the difference. That happens when you get a spiritual cleansing, when you get a spiritual alignment.
Yes.
And if you're going, if you know, pack a lunch, dude. Pack a lunch, save your money for at least once a week or once every other week.
Right.
And get yourself, it's called responsibility.
Priorities. Priorities.
Priorities.
Yes.
Priorities. Because that part of you has to happen. It has to be a habit. And once that happens, this plethora of abundance begins to emerge and permeate you and everyone that vibrates with you. So you're walking into a house and people go, oh, like if you just came from a good hairdresser, though. Don't go there. The day of my wedding, my mother-in-law went to a hairdresser. That's the day of my wedding. 2 hours before, she comes in, and she looked like Ronald McDonald. That's how bad she looked. And I had to take off my wedding dress and all the under stuff and wash her hair, take all that makeup off her face and give her fresh makeup and do her hair. I can do hair. I learned a long time ago. I just didn't get my license, but I can do hair. And I had to do that. So that's why I say, the right hairdresser. You come into a room and everybody turns around, and they will, when you come in with this strong, positive energy, that clean vessel, which makes you also very, very confident and very strong in your energy and very grounded in your energy. People are going to turn around. They're going to say, I want to meet her. Or, wow, it should be really interesting to talk with her. Or, look at Mary. She went to the right hairdresser this time. So, you know what I mean? That's what happens. But you have to invest in yourself. You have to, because it's not just for you. You go into your front door and into your home, and everything changes in there because you're so clear.
It's the tools to stay in your power.
That's it.
To stay in your high frequency, to not allow anything to penetrate that circle of light that you become.
Correct. Correct. And that's what you want.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what you want. You need to, like we're doing now, going from winter into spring, and Mother Earth waking up again, especially on this side of the world, and waking up, and all the seeds are then trying to get all that energy to become what they were supposed to be. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's
a visual representation.
Yeah.
Of what we're supposed to do with our seeds inside.
Exactly.
And our seeds also mean our children. And their children. So those are also seeds that we take care of. But one of the most beautiful seeds we have is gratefulness and thankfulness, gratitude.
Yes.
Gratitude. I think that's the biggest seed. That's like a mango seed. You know? And we do. We have seeds. We have all kinds of seeds. We have ancestral seeds. We have our own, lineage. We have seeds that we actually acquire through our lives,
Mhm.
walking on this earth and living our lives.
Mhm.
There is, if we were to wonder where our seeds are, we are the main seed. We are the main tree.
Yes.
Just like Pachamama is the main giver,
Mhm.
we are too, because we're in the middle between heaven and earth.
Correct. And we're kind of like the gatekeepers of that energy. And
we are.
the idea is to raise that beautiful energy, that grounding,
Mhm.
high vibrational energy up into the heavens, the sky, and
Yeah.
grab that energy and bring it down.
Correct.
So everyone can maintain themselves, hopefully in a higher vibration, and raise everybody's vibration by doing that.
Exactly, because it all gets back to the collective.
Exactly.
It all goes back to the collective.
Mhm. Well, I guess we're going to stop there and allow people to really think about what was said and what we discussed about, and let them realize that it's not just about them,
No,
but it starts with them,
correct.
So
It starts with them, and they have homework. I
mhm,
think we should start giving homework,
there you go.
and have people send emails and letting us know how they're doing with the homework. So today's homework is to do that exercise with the sun, but also understand that there are certain things you need to do and be responsible for to raise your vibrations. And then let us know those exercises that you've done, that the homework that we gave you, what did it teach you? Did it make a difference? Did it not make a difference? And if it did not make a difference, what do you feel you needed to do to make that change happen?
Right. And for those that are in places like where I am right now, that is too cold to go to the shore, you could go anywhere, even if it is in a separate room in your house, where you could envision being on the beach and just the breeze and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you
So
can remote.
right.
You can remote view anywhere on earth.
Mhm.
You can do that.
Right.
You can do that. So absolutely.
Thank you, Mary. This is beautiful today, honey, as always. And Mariana unfortunately had some technical difficulties,
Yeah.
but she will join us in the next one.
Yes.
Thank you. Love yous all. Namaste. And we will see you in the next one.